everything. What the hell, everything? For Thursday, November 5th, 2020, basically day 637 of Election Day 2020.
We thought Halloween was scary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How you feeling about everything?
You know,
I mean, I guess, in general.
I think I feel okay with things, and that's the thing of it. I'm a big boy. I can accept if things don't go the way I want them to go. So I don't look at it and go, man, there's so much fraud and everything's it's screwed up. And it's like they're doing the thing, figuring it out. Take your time. If this election lasts 2 weeks, I'm fine with it.
It's everything that I've seen thrown out so far has been pretty easily refutable. Mm-hmm. I feel like, pretty easily refutable. You look it up. And, yeah. That being said, I was at a Halloween gathering, very safe social distance Halloween gathering, I want to say.
That's right.
And I talked about one of my, at least what I feel to be a flaw, and that's that I never say goodbye to anybody. So I went to a gathering on Saturday, Halloween sort of gathering.
Ooh.
Very successful socially distanced gathering, I should say.
Yeah.
And Friday, I tried to put this costume on and test it out, the inflatable astronaut costume.
Yeah.
Didn't have any batteries, so like Saturday morning, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get batteries. I'm going to test this thing out, and I'll have my costume for this party. I just abandoned it, man, because it was just too much. When I tested it out, I already got claustrophobic, and it wasn't even inflated. You got to go in through the ass end, which means you need help to get in it. Somebody needs to zip you up.
Someone's got to zip you up.
Somebody's got to zip you down to get out of it. And I knew, because I was going to smoke and drink at this gathering.
Oh, yeah.
I said party, it's a gathering, whatever.
That's the same difference.
Yeah. But, I decided not to do the costume. Now, here's the thing. I went to this thing, right? I saw a lot of people I know having a good time. I was shooting the breeze with people.
Yeah.
But I get it in my head, like I'm getting tired. I need to leave. Okay?
Oh, by the end of the night.
Yeah. It's only like 10 o'clock, but, it's late for me.
Yeah. That is a late time.
I don't ever tell anybody when I'm leaving.
No.
Like the hosts of the party or the people I was shooting the breeze with the whole time, I don't say goodbye. I can just get in everybody has to be like, where the hell does Smitty go? And I don't know if it's probably a personality flaw on my part that I don't say goodbye to anybody. I text the host of the party yesterday, and I said, hey, man, please don't take that any other way than it's time to get the hell out. I don't like doing the long, drawn-out goodbyes. And they're like, oh, Smitty, where are you going? I'm leaving because it's late and I'm tired.
Yeah, and if you tell people you're leaving, then you get what is known by the rest of the country as
lame.
The Midwest goodbye. Well, I should get going. Well, let me talk to you another 20 minutes.
Nope.
No, the point was I'm literally leaving.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I made this choice.
I had friends calling me as I was pulling into my driveway. I'm like, where'd you go? I'm like, dude, it's like 10:45. Like, I got to go to sleep, man. I'm really tired.
Do you think about the times, like I'd had friends, they go, well, it's Friday night. We're going to go to such and such place. We're going to rage. We're going to do the thing. And it'd be like, yeah, what time we going? 10. We should get there around 10.
Man,
like it used to be that way.
Dude, I was talking to somebody recently, and they were like, do you want to meet up for drinks and dinner? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It was like a Friday or something. Now, when you ask me, do you want to go do something tonight? When you say tonight, to me, that means 5 or 6 o'clock, maybe 7.
Right.
Yeah.
And
she's like, oh, yeah, meet us here at 9:30. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? That's stupid.
Not doing that.
Dude, and that was before I did morning show.
That was almost sleepy time.
Yeah, man.
It's like Smitty doesn't say goodbye. That's what I heard when the clip said Smitty doesn't say goodbye, and it sounded like an 80s ballad to me.
It sounded like when you did the Smitty song.
Oh yeah.
The what does Smitty dream of?
That's stupid.
One of the benefits of having video rolling constantly in the Smith hole is that we catch a lot of funny stuff, and I don't know if you even know what I'm talking about, but
I don't, but I can only imagine.
Oh man,
because half the time I'm doing something and I go,
yeah,
no, it's rolling. Forgot.
Let me set the scene here a little bit. I farted in the studio the other day. Now here's the thing: nobody knows how this Smith hole is set up, but the door, I was stepping outside to go upstairs when I farted. And then I forgot something. So I came back in, turned around, came back in, and it followed me in as I grabbed whatever it was that I was getting and turned around and walked right back out. So it swirled in, and then I shut the door right behind me.
Stirred up the wind.
So the way that this room is set up, it just spun around and around and around in here. I don't know how long I was gone, but this is the best fart reaction I've ever seen in my life.
Is that what we're watching?
Tim's fart reaction. Now, I can't remember how long I edited this in. I'm already... I'm already out of the room for like a minute or two at this
Blow my
point.
nose and...
It's that chili I made, man. You can taste it.
You know, that was genuine because no one else was in here.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. That made my day. I was going through the video and the clips for the podcast, and I'm like, ah, ha, ha.
Oh, and I recall now that it was really gross. It just sort of hung in the air like a fart.
There you go. I had a fantastic naked news the other day. 99-cent boobies.
Welcome to Naked News.
Smitty in the morning on the Bear.
The classic rock station.
6 o'clock wake and break. Yes, naked news. There's a gigantic, I don't know how gigantic of a problem it is, but, you know, you hear about this stuff all the time where somebody sends a nude, selfie, or whatever to whomever, and then for whatever reason that relationship goes south, and for whatever reason those nudes end up online somehow. You know, it's called revenge porn, I believe.
Yep.
Now, to prevent that, hopefully, there's a new app called eGree, which is basically a legally binding non-disclosure agreement that you would have to agree to before sending nude selfies. It's a 99-cent app for Apple or Android. Excuse me, free for Apple or Android, but it's 99 cents if you actually do a sexting NDA. So once you sign up for it, if they leak your nude photos, you can sue them and have the same legal standing you'd have if a lawyer contacted you, which honestly, that's really smart.
If you leak my junk,
I'll send you my boobs, but you gotta go through this first, you know? And that's not that honestly, the NDA doesn't lessen the impact of boobs, you know? If anything, it's legally binding on the other side too. I'm gonna get boobs 99 cents. That's it.
Under $1.
That's right. 99-cent boobies. That is your wake and break. Now you feel normal.
Dollar store double D's.
Honestly, a genius idea. You know? That guy's going to make so much goddamn money. It is out of this world.
It's pretty financially sound.
I was pretty stoked for the attack ads that we did on each other on Election Day. So we did that, except it's basically only 1.5 of us did it, is probably the best way to put it. All right, we were inspired by all of the political attack ads we've heard over and over and over and over and over again. Believe me, we're just as tired of them as you are.
Absolutely.
But we figured we'd get in on the game, do our own attack ads attacking each other. We're not running for any office, but for the sake of argument, we are. And I will say, I did mine last night. It was really funny, and I didn't save it. I closed everything down like an idiot.
Just a technology dumbs.
So just for the sake of telling you what I did,
I'm curious.
I made an attack ad with some great music behind it, and I would say things like, "Tim Logan wants your vote, but he likes stupid things." And then it went into the Bergeron and beef clip, and then there was a hungry idiot clip. Oh, Tim Logan wants your vote, but he's too busy eating to do anything.
Oh, that would have been so funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. But hey, lesson learned. All right.
Mine just feels hurtful in retrospect now.
There's only one way to find out. Tim's attack ad against me. Is there any music or anything? Or
There's
we just-
nothing. I just
Oh, way to
wrote it.
go. Way to go.
See, you did all the work and then lost it.
Yeah.
I did nothing except write it.
Mine was better than yours in theory, but
In every way.
it's deleted, so nobody will ever know.
So I'm going to get into my silly
Tim's attack ad against
announcer
me.
voice. Here you go. In the year 2020, you may ask yourself, who can you depend on morning after morning to entertain you? Smitty? Well, is he your host? Is that even his real name? Smitty, or Nate Smith as he's known by what he calls hose, is so ugly, even COVID-19 keeps its distance. Nate Smith claims to speak for a living, yet often doesn't speak in what some would call words. Stuttering Smitty doesn't care if you hear complete sentences, and he won't respond to my text when he is pooping. I didn't know he was a communist. Not done.
Look, it's right.
Should
I
be
won't
done.
text while I'm pooping. It's my time. It's not our time.
It's true. Smitty is the host of a show that is fueled on Metamucil and nicotine. It's all smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. I'm me, and I approve this message.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So bad.
Oh, it's fantastic.
With a little production value, it would have probably been something. But,
well, you know.
I was so caught up eating and
And then,
not doing my job.
hey, at least you completed it. You know, I did one too, but there's nothing to show for it.
You really do hate texting and pooping, by the way.
I do.
I know.
I don't answer the phone. I don't text or anything. Because it's poop time. Hey, seriously, man, like poke fun. And first of all, we don't do a lot of poop jokes on the show necessarily, but well-placed ones are working. You know, you
Yeah.
got to throw a good poop joke in every once in a while. Also, how many times throughout the 10 years or, well, probably 13 years, 12 years I've known you now,
Yeah.
how many times have I called you and you've been shitting? And I realized it at some point, like you flushed or I heard like bathroom echoes or something. I figured it out maybe. And I just go, are you pooping right now? Yeah. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me when you're shitting.
You're grossed out as if I was doing it in the room with you.
Yeah.
And I never understood it because, I mean, I get it now. I get your reasoning, but easily 100 times. Easily 100 times in 12 years. That's like almost 10 poos a
That just
year.
means I don't know how that's possible. Maybe I just call you at the wrong times,
I
man.
think it was,
'Cause
yeah.
you don't poop very often.
Well, not anymore. It used to be like a raging elephant of dung. But
All right, now we've
my
ran the,
diet was
we've,
poor.
We've ran the poop jokes
Yep.
on the ground now.
It's not even a joke. It's just the honest
That's
truth.
true. Fountain of shit.
Fondue.
I've been embracing the old man journey, like meaning, now I wear slippers. By the way, join Smitty's Smithhole Slipper Club. That's going to happen at some point.
All right.
Did you make that group?
I didn't because I was
Oh.
waiting to see if you still felt that way about it today.
Why would I change my mind? I said, let's do it.
You were very tired yesterday, so I was waiting to see if you, if maybe it was just a punchy idea, and then today you're like, "What am I talking about? Slipper Club?" And then
I think
you
that's a
still
great
wanna
idea.
do it.
I
So
want to do it.
I
I
will-
want to do Smitty's Smithhole Slipper Club.
I will create it then.
All right, fantastic.
On the internet.
Bird watching could be the next one, though. Oh, my God. I was watching the election coverage yesterday, and I was just thinking, man, I could really use another hobby to, to take my mind away from these things,
Yeah.
And I came across, this is going to be another old man level, and it's almost embarrassing, but I don't care. I saw an article about bird watching. And I've been increasingly interested in bird watching lately. Our friend Jenny Harrison, a longtime listener, she actually has a bird watching and bird photographing Facebook page. It's really fun to watch. It's really
Yeah.
fun to follow. So I've been kind of getting into it through that. And I saw this article for bird watching. I'm like, man, that could be the next one. That could be the next one. That could be the next old man level, man.
That could be.
That could take the place of the metal detecting, which, I was interested in, and I don't think I want to do that.
Well, that's the thing. I could totally help you with that because honestly, I have done that. I've bird watched for many years.
Seriously?
Honestly.
Seriously?
I have like different binoculars and stuff. And
I almost really
like-
said an F word because I'm totally shocked
I have,
right now.
I have multiple books on like birds of North America. I'm not even joking. Like my dad he'd always get these books on birds and he never used them.
I don't know why it's funny.
Because it's like, of course I enjoy this, right?
No, it's
But-
it is a completely
Shocking.
boring kind of activity. So it's funny when I find out somebody's into it, the same thing that I'm interested in. Weird.
I love Jenny's page because she has a really nice camera and gets these incredible photos of birds that I want to get up close to those birds to take pictures, but I don't have the equipment to do it.
What's the name of her bird page so we can give it a shout?
Jenny's View, I believe.
Jenny's View.
I think so.
Let's see.
We'll have to
What are we
find out.
clicking
We're
on that,
clickety-clacking.
clicking on that. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Jenny's View, and it's mostly birds.
It's all birds.
Yeah.
I do share it on the Smitty page occasionally, but yeah, she takes good bird pictures,
You
man.
get the occasional fall foliage.
As much as I thought is that I would be interested in bird watching, though,
Yeah.
I live right in town. Like I have so many neighbors around. The idea of like sitting outside for an extended period of time, didn't have inviting neighbors to talk to me. I'm like, that might go right out the window.
I always take the binoculars on hikes, man. If I see a bird, like, yeah.
She's serious.
I'm not even joking. It's
and the things I find out about Tim Logan during a show.
Do you even know me?
Bird watcher extraordinaire. Honestly, I feel like I find out new things about you every day.
At least once a week.
One of my favorite things are like Tim's idiosyncrasies. Like that's one of my favorite things to just talk about in real life, not even on the show.
What kind of weird
Just
stuff am I up
shit
to now?
that- yeah. And finding out a new one every day is fantastic.
Bird
It's just-
watching, it's like fishing, but much more dry. I don't know.
a lot more dry.
It is.
It's a lot like fishing.
Can't drown bird watching unless you're an idiot. Looking out for waterfowl. But I don't know. There's just ask me anything. I'm prepared.
It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things. Also, I real quick backstory. I did a little rant thing on the air the other day, election day, after campaigners from Dan O'Neill dropped off a flyer on my doorstep at 6:20 in the morning, and I could have overreacted during the rant, but I posted a video of that. It led to this. I love you, Dad.
So the event is going on today from 7, now till 10 a.m., and then from 3 till 6. What? Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing. Finish your thing, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, the event
I was
is
thinking about something else.
Okay. Well, the event is going on through today, and you can just Google TCAPS to find out more info.
I was laughing about the scenario that just happened off the air. Man, I posted my rant video of me ranting earlier about people leaving a Dan O'Neill flyer at my door at 6:20 this morning.
Yes.
And it wasn't, I think I had said in the ranty thing, the things like this that make me not want to vote. You know?
Yeah.
I've not voted yet. Now, my dad called up, and I hope he's all right with me telling this story. My dad called up, and he's like, he had commented, or he'd had my mom comment on the Facebook video of it and said something to the effect of, oh man, now I wish I could remember. My mom said, your dad said to make sure you go vote. And I responded to that with my standard response. If anybody says, are you going to vote or anything like that, it's none of your
Business.
It's none of your goddamn business.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Regardless of what anybody thinks, it's not your responsibility to tell people who you vote for, if you voted, or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can vote for who you want, third party, write somebody in, I don't care.
Stickers are cool, but it's not the point.
The most patriotic part of voting is the secret ballot, or it's your own business. That's the most patriotic part of it.
Yep.
And my dad called up, and he said, yeah, the campaigners are leaving those flyers there for people like you that don't care. And that set me off. I'm actually going to call my dad if he's probably going to hear this anyway, but I'm going to call him and just try to clear the air with him. We had a really hot conversation, is probably to put it lightly, because I just, at the very insinuation that I don't care, or not that I don't know what I'm talking about necessarily, but it seemed like a very fatherly thing to tell a son that I'm not really in the mood for right now.
No.
You know, so the conversation went something to the effect of me really talking about my love of anarchy sometimes, and saying, you know what? Why don't you listen? There was some vulgarity in there.
I didn't know who you were talking to, and I'm sitting over here, and you're just going off on whoever's on the phone. Which
my dad called the show line.
He did, and I look
and
over,
I went off.
I look over, and I think maybe you're just talking to one of our fine listeners, and I'm like, oh, oh
now,
no.
The funny part is that right after I got off the phone with him, I did the things I wish I didn't know commentary where I was talking about being tolerant and not shouting people down, which I just totally kind of shouted my dad down, and I didn't really mean to. I was just really pissed off in that moment.
I think you've had enough.
We've all had enough.
Yeah.
It's I love my dad. My dad, I more than almost probably anybody.
Yeah.
But I am so tired of people talking about politics for me when I don't ask.
Yeah.
You know, keep it to your goddamn self.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a keyword for you for the Bear Man Cave, worth over $20,000. It's got a brand new Harley in there, that 2020 Sportster.
there's our show in a nutshell.
Honestly,
my face like
segues don't get smoother than that.
That was awesome.
You know, sort of professional.
No, it's totally professional. It's just words.
This was off the air the other day. Yesterday, the day before, I can't remember. What's funny is I gave you a cup of chili that I made and forced you to eat it because you weren't going to eat it. The whole thing being like, you give me junk food all the time, and I'm like, fine.
You love it.
Yeah, well, okay. The fact you are a hungry idiot and eat all the time, and I gave you food that's relatively healthy to eat.
It wasn't bad for me.
You're like, I can't eat it.
I don't remember what you're about to show here.
This is off the air.
Okay. I've never seen this.
This is off the air. It's just called off the air chili. That's all it's called.
Dude, that chili is the only chili that ever has been like that is my mom would make chili. And I always made fun of her because it would be like, this is a pile of meat with some like bean sauce over it. And that's kind of what this was. And it's awesome. Like I've had a bunch of other chilies, from other people and different here and there. That's fucking like my mom's chili to the closest it's ever been. Like that's amazing.
I'd teach you how to make it. It's super easy.
I'm disinterested entirely, but I would like to eat it.
Honestly, as much as you fucking eat, how do you not want to cook?
Because I don't want to cook good
It's fucking simple. Dude, honestly, it took 40 fucking minutes to make that chili.
You just dump all your shit in the pot?
I put it in a crock pot for fucking 5 hours on low. That's all you got to do. It takes 45 minutes, and then you have awesome chili.
That is amazing.
That
is amazing.
Fucking,
I'm not...
I don't want to cook.
I don't.
You fucking cook all the time for yourself.
Every day. I cook like twice a day.
You don't make any fucking sense sometimes.
No, I told you.
What?
Wearing underwear. Definitely wearing.
Here we go.
Okay.
I love how you just referred to chili with like pieces of meat with like some chili sauce,
bean
sauce. Like how do you even get think that that's how you make chili?
I don't.
Do you have honestly? It's one of the you brown up meat. You put cans of beans and tomatoes in, maybe some V8. Voila! Chili and seasoning. Like it's not. It'd be the easiest thing in the world. You could sustain yourself for so long if you would just learn to cook awesome recipes.
I sustain. I don't know, man. I'm just not a cooking guy. Very simple. Just That's.
You're a man. You need to know how to make chili.
I guess.
All right, fine. I'm going to keep bugging you. I'm going to keep trying to get you to learn to cook.
That's cool.
Let's see. I can't remember the exact way to get into this, but it's smells like books.
Oh, yeah.
We got a winner for bonus munchies from Culver's for the Wake and Break.
Yeah, Ed McPherson.
Ed with the best munchies monkeys text of the day. Anytime you can include butt cheese is just a bonus. Appreciate that, Ed. Thank you. I don't know if that was a commentary on our show. Well, whatever. Hey, I know you're a big fan of like new fragrances, perfumes, and things like that. I know you study perfumes and scents.
Well, clearly,
none of that's true. But
No.
for the sake of argument, let's just say yes. If you were one, man, this would be perfect if you wanted to smell really smart. If you wanted to smell smart, because
what does that even mean?
there's a famous bookstore in Portland, Oregon. It's called Powell's City of Books, and they have a new unisex fragrance that lets you smell just like books.
I like books, huh? I'd probably pick it up, sniff it, and be like, you know what? Do you have this scent in audiobook? And then have time to smell this.
Just some things are just too much.
I just want to listen to this smell.
Some things are just too much.
Yeah.
What's the smell of stupid?
I think we're sitting in it. I don't know.
Smithhole smells like stupid. Oh, it's election day with an hour and a half of sleep. It's actually way worse because you specified. Never mind. We're just talking off the thing. I'm glad we didn't say what you were actually saying.
Words.
Sometimes, honestly, it's an inner conversation, an in-show conversation between Tim and I. What you can get away with saying and what you can't, and it's a societal conversation. Somebody
Yeah.
says the word retard, which is not something you're allowed to say anymore.
No.
People
People get really mad.
I honestly, and I'm going to be completely honest right here. There's a person that was really near and dear to me forever, and she stopped contact with me, ended contact with me for years and years and years. And I've talked to her a little bit, but like blocked on social media and everything.
Wow.
And I found out that she has a special needs son. And I found out that it was because I use the word retard all the time. So for years and years and years, I was like, it's just a word. You don't say it. As soon as I realized that I had done that and caused this person that I cared about to not want to have any contact with me, that was the clicky. That was the clicky. You know what I mean? So we were just having a conversation
Do
about.
they talk to you now?
Huh?
Do they talk to you anymore?
I've seen them, and it's been fine. It's been
That's
very
cool.
pleasant and nice. But
Yeah.
that person has never said that to me. That's why. I just had to kind of guess, and then it was told to me why.
Oh, makes
you know?
sense.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just it's one of those things that, especially with a lot of things going on in the world, some people think something is offensive, another group of people think you're overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of thing where I kind of lost my thought.
It's kind of
train
like when
thought.
we, when we're on the radio, we obviously can't swear to some extent. But then when you're on the internet, you can say whatever you want. But there's also still some
You have
pressure
to
to be like,
you
don't say all the words.
You still have to hold to some societal norms.
Yeah.
You can't say the N-word anymore.
Well, no.
People said it all willy-nilly back in the day. And I don't want to.
No.
I'm not saying that, but
It's like our dad's generations. And
there's some things you just can't say anymore, and they become acceptable or unacceptable at some point.
Yeah.
And they weren't unacceptable before, I guess. That being said.
Makes sense.
Let's move on to a story about somebody cooking a chicken in the hot springs at Yellowstone. Wake and Break comes out of Wyoming, Yellowstone National Park, the Mammoth Hot Springs, where a dude from Idaho Falls, a couple other people. I'm just going to read right from the story. It's ridiculous. They were found with cooking pots and 2 chickens in the thermal area of Yellowstone National Parks. Happened on August 7th. Rangers received reports a group was hiking toward one of the geyser basins, Shoshone Geyser Basin, with cooking pots. The ranger responded, discovered 2 whole chickens in a burlap sack sitting in a hot spring with a cooking pot nearby. One of these people were a kid.
Wow.
The man pleaded guilty to the citation on September 10th in addition to a charge for violating closures because Yellowstone was down at least part of the time.
Yeah, for the COVID year.
He is also banned from Yellowstone National Park for 2 years while he is on unsupervised probation. It's just like,
Wait,
why?
he was already unsupervised. That's how this
I
happened.
know. Also, more alarmingly, this is not the first time Yellowstone visitors have tried to cook chicken in a geyser.
What?
In 2001, some Seattle TV show host and producer dug a hole in Yellowstone to show how natural heat could cook chicken. The guy was fined $150 and placed 2 years probation for, that kind of thing. God, people are a-holes and stupid.
That seems like I'm not a big-time animal activist or what have you, but that seems kind of cruel to just throw the live chickens in there and let them cook.
They weren't live.
Oh, I misunderstood the whole thing.
Clearly.
I thought they were just like a sack of chickens. They're like, get in there, get hot.
No.
My bad. Well, this is still dumb, but
It's just going
less-
off the rails.
less terrible.
It's just going off the rails. I don't know what time of day it is. I'm tripping and falling. Tim can't comprehend words. Hey, it's just a Monday.
chickens.
That's your wake and break now. You feel normal. Dude, I was in such a bad mood on Monday, too. I forgot all about that you thought that they were live chickens.
I thought they were just throwing feathered chickens right into the thing. That's what I thought the whole time you were telling the story, and then when it came very
There's nowhere
clear,
in the story about animal torture.
Nope.
Or anything.
Just imagine them in there going,
We were having drunk stories earlier. We were talking about Tim's old days of drinking and why I don't. It's called Tim's Blackout, which means that Tim actually blacked out on the air. Your blackout hammered. Hey, I ran into your fucking car. Ha ha ha.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to find my keys. I hid from myself in the freezer. Like, God, I hate me. That would be so like that clenching of like, oh God, what have I done?
Yeah. Drunk stories.
Yep.
It's almost always funny. Here we go. Smitty in the morning on the bear. I know you said you were ready.
Blacked out.
I know you said you
Not
were
even a
ready.
joke.
I know you said you were ready.
We were talking off the air about.
I said
me
we're
being
going to go on the
blacked
air.
out.
Huh?
We were talking off the air about old blackout stories, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm ready." You said the words, and I blacked out in real time,
Yeah.
but not alcohol.
We were
related.
talking about some of Tim's drinking escapades and why I don't drink Red Stag anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the classic rock station.
Thank you. Man, what a story! What a segue into this story. Since Google searches on election day, I guess that's secondary. That was just the blackout
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just see me go, and then nothing happened. I just sat there blankly, and you're like, "What?" I'm looking back. I go, "What was I thinking about?" And I go, "Literally nothing. Not
One
thing.
single thing was
Nope.
clicking around in there.
It was just whoosh, flushed out like a jet toilet."
This is one of my favorite stories that I've had on the show in a long time, I feel like.
Uh-oh.
And it tied in with something I actually have a little bit of knowledge about. Smitty in the morning on the bear.
The classic rock station.
Remember a couple months ago when Brother Josh and Melissa had Lily, the baby, and we tried to call him in the delivery room.
You thought it'd be awesome to give him
Yeah.
a call while he was waiting on the birth of a
Didn't
child.
really. He didn't answer. But it lends itself to this next story, which has to do with appropriateness in the delivery room. What should you do? Especially if you're the man in the situation,
Get the hell out of there.
A Reddit post, and it's a picture of this dude eating delivery pizza, in the delivery room while his wife or whoever, his partner, is in the middle of giving birth. She's in the middle of a contraction. You can tell she's not having a great time.
Miserable.
And he said the caption is casually eating pizza when you're so in the middle of giving childbirth. Like, that's really funny. But the level of appropriate, like, is it appropriate, inappropriate? It can't. I'm sure if she had a problem, he's like, babe, I am starving. I haven't eaten all damn day. You've been in this hospital trying to give birth for 25 hours. What are we doing here? I need food. Get some goddamn pizza.
Pop this kid out already. I'm hungry.
Yeah. It's not, that can't be, being hungry is not wrong. Right?
They have vending machines in the hallway.
Seriously.
I don't know. But
Jesus, some people need to stop bitching.
Good.
I forgot what I was just going to say.
Pizza.
And now I'm hungry.
Pizza and babies.
I really honestly am so hungry. I don't eat during the show anymore, and we're recording this at what time? What time is it on that
It's
clock
like,
right there?
10:30
10:30-ish.
ish.
So, yeah, I haven't not eaten at all today.
Oh no.
I need to get food
You
in
need
me.
a snack.
Let's wrap this up.
A Smitty snack.
Tomorrow, Smiddle Cinemas, we are doing Goldfinger. Going to record that very shortly. So, Tuesday, what the hell, everything? What the hell, everything?